there we go. I do believe we are live. So I'll say indeed and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you for joining me once again on another conscious evolution. Today's stream topic is going to be about releasing blame. I listened to this after school video, and it was about how there are no justified reasons for resentment. Right, and that's a hard one for me to accept because surely, Mel, there's a bunch of justified reasons for me to resent someone or something or some situation or etc. etc. But no, apparently there are none because blame in and of itself is you saying that there is this thing that this other thing did to me, and me in this moment is upset because of this other thing, right? Quite literally, giving all of your power away, all of your ability to actually change the situation that you're in is now in someone else's hands, or in some other situations, hands, metaphorically speaking. That means that you might end up waiting for an eternity for things to get better. That sounds like it sucks. So releasing blame is for you so that you can feel better. I know it's hard to accept that sometimes, but that's what we're going to talk about. But before we do, it is Wednesday, my dudes and dudettes, and those who don't do's and dudettes. So we're going to dance. I look forward to it. Alternatively, don't allow other people to control you with your emotions. Very beautifully put, Sam. Dance Day. Yeah. It is Dance Day. So much love it. Already our beloveds are here. Joy V and Joe. And beloveds Chad and Sam. Why is there talking and not dancing? You're sorry. Sorry, Joy V. Mrs. Boss Miss Ma'am, Missy Miss Ma'ams. Lift off Jobo. I'm picking you off the ground in a giant channel. I'm collecting all my cacti so I can throw them at Mel. Don't you dare throw any cactuses at me, Joy. I will dance so hard they'll completely fall off of my body. Of course, my audio cable is being attached to the cup right now. I shall plug this in. Just lock the screen. I unlock the screen again. All right. I'm gonna connect this so you won't hear me talking anymore. You'll hear music instead. So let me do that.
Welcome to the internet, we're living in a meme. Digital avatars hide behind the screens. You could see it in your mentions. We got demons in the comment section, screaming for redemption, cause they don't get enough attention. Welcome to the internet. Try to be mean to me cause you don't think with intellect. Everybody's spotting fingers, listen to the people of honey. On the internet they're always talking trash. I try not to listen. Welcome to my prison. I am so connected, but I still feel so alone. I'm trapped in your laptop, and I'm trapped inside your phone. Welcome to the internet, we're living in a meme. Digital avatars hide behind the screens. You could see it in your mentions. We got demons in the comment section, screaming for redemption. Cause they don't get enough attention. attention.
Welcome to the internet, where we are rumors start traveling through things they said. Every line propaganda shoved into your face. Every time fake news tries to spread right through your veins.
I do not believe it. Give me one good reason. All the sheep that I talk to still can read the room. You can say what you want to, but the walls will be there too. Welcome to the internet, we're living in a meme. Digital avatars hide behind the screens. You could see it in your mentions. We got demons in the comment section, screaming for redemption, 'cause they don't get enough attention.
Why would you say that it's already done? The truth is that it has barely begun. Repeating ourselves and it happens too much. We both know what will come. Here we go again. It's going through our heads. Here we go again. We're all wondering when. Here we go again. It's never gonna end. Here we go again. We're going till we're dead. Here we go again. Repeating ourselves and it happens too much. We both know what will come. Here we go again. It's going through our heads. Here we go again. We're all wondering when. Here we go again. It's never gonna end. Here we go again. We're going till we're dead. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. You can't wait for that day. You think it's coming soon. You're dead wrong. It won't stop. There's nothing you can do. Why would you say that it's already done? The truth is that it has barely begun. Repeating ourselves and it happens too much. We both know what will come. Here we go again. It's going through our heads. Here we go again. We're
Life goes on and 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 on. On and 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 on. On and 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 on. On and 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 on. Babe, you best believe it, I'ma rip you up to pieces. I'm a lover, not a fighter, but I'll light this place on fire. I want it, but baby, at least I'm honest. I get tired of explaining as these seasons keep on changing. Life goes on and 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 on. Yeah, 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 yeah. On and 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 on. Yeah, 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 yeah. On and 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 on. Yeah, 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 yeah. On and 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 on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Work all day and then I wake up. Work all day and then I wake up. Work all day and then I wake up. Work all day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Work all day and then I wake up. Work all day and then I wake up. Work all day and then I wake up. There's a road stretched out right in front of me, but I'm two steps. From where I wanna be. Swear the cops got a gun on me. Maybe I'm someone that I shouldn't be. So tired from the miles I'm traveling, getting lost somewhere that I haven't been. When all the bad shit starts happening, I ain't never throwing that towel in. There's a lion in the wardrobe and a wolf at the door. I might never get to heaven, but I've been there before. Cause when she's lying in my sheets in that new t-shirt I bought, ain't no place that I gotta be. Still two steps back from where I wanna be. There's a lion in the wardrobe and a wolf at the door. I might never get to heaven, but I've been there before. Cause when she's lying in my sheets in that new t-shirt I bought, ain't no place that I gotta be. Still two steps back from where I wanna be. Billboards out on the interstate saying Jesus died for the sin in me. I was taught to love thy enemy, but I swear that might be the death of me. I don't know where love goes when it's gone. Does it hop on the train like a vagabond? Still shy and low everywhere beyond, just to find it was right here all along. There's a lion in the wardrobe and a wolf at the door. I might never get to heaven, but I've been there before. Cause when she's lying in my sheets in that new t-shirt I bought, ain't no place that I gotta be. Still two steps back from where I wanna be. There's a lion in the wardrobe and a wolf at the door. I might never get to heaven, but I've been there before. Cause when she's lying in my sheets in that new t-shirt I bought, ain't no place that I gotta be. Still two steps back from where I wanna be. There's a lion in the wardrobe and a wolf at the door. I might never get to heaven, but I've been there before. Cause when she's lying in my sheets in that new t-shirt I bought, ain't no place that I gotta be. Still two steps back from where I wanna be. Ain't no place that I gotta be. Still two steps back from where I wanna be. Ain't no place that I gotta be. Still two steps back from where I wanna be.
Just like that, we are donezo. We are donezoed. We did it. We streamed and danced our hearts out to the music. Bruh. Of course, I had to break something again during stream. Seems to be a theme with these dancing streams. If it's not me breaking, it's my stuff. And it's usually my own fault. And I say usually because I'm still looking for something to blame. So I mean, I guess this is the lesson I'm supposed to be learning, huh? Don't blame. Take full responsibility, Melt. Take full responsibility for everything. Even though it might not be your fault always. Sometimes it will be. More times than not, it will be your fault. But sometimes it won't be. As soon as you can take full responsibility, that's when things get easier. I wanted to say that's when things get easy to rhyme, but no, they'll never be easy. There is no easy. But they might get easier. Just a little bit. I take full responsibility. Okay. Every single time I feel, I'm going to take full responsibility. And then I go, and I'm full responsibility again. I'm going to go wash my hands because there's pippy saliva on my hands and it smells like death, of course. Pippy has absolutely no respect. One of my sandals got wrecked as well. I mean, it's to be expected of the way I use them. Guess I get like another week or so out of them. Yeah, thank you, sandals, for serving me as long as you have. I take full responsibility for destroying you. I do not blame you for getting destroyed. I do not blame you. Can I go and wash my hands? Oh yeah, that's nice. Man, water droplets are so beautiful. Like little gems falling to the ground. Little diamonds existing only for a bit until it turns brown as it falls to the dirt, becoming one of the earth. Are you ready for stream? Are you ready? Let me get myself set up. Where am I going to do this? Right here? Do I just push you back? No, I'm going to bring you forward. You're not bad. All right, you like that? Is that a good scene? I hope so. Man, I went into town today to get my ID and my license, and I got both. Technically, it's a temporary license while I wait for my other one, but I got it now. I got my ID, finally, at long last. And then Mom asked me, you know, since you're in town, don't you want some people food? You know what the people eat? So I did have some people food. I had pizza. And I don't know if it's me tripping myself out or assigning blame where it shouldn't be, right? To keep it topic relevant. But bruh, my body doesn't feel good, yo. It feels like it's itching. I feel like there's like an irritant on top of my skin. And it's messing with me, you know? I'm like, bruh, my skin though. Yeah. I take full responsibility because I was the one eating it. I'm learning the lesson, okay? I'm trying to absorb it. Let me go and get my cup. I forgot it as well. I'll be right here in a second. I breathe gentle. I release all blame. I take responsibility instead. It's me. It's my fault. It's my fault. It's not the world's fault. Sure, the world can affect me, but it's going to be up to me to respond to these effects. Okay, I can be present. Here we are. I love you. Just had to say that, just so you know. I was just thinking the same thing. Joy, I don't know what Joy was thinking. I dig this trancey track. I don't know which one you were listening to. Most of that was Oliver Tree. I enjoy the tunes on this here dance day. I'm happy to hear that. Joy Vive, good. Yeah, you better. You enjoy the music. You have no choice. I like Oliver Tree. If you don't know Oliver Tree, go and check out his music. You should know him by now. He's getting pretty blown up in the viral way right now. He was making music for so long, and he couldn't get any traction. And then he got ridiculous with it. And then, of course, that's the thing that sent him over the top. Oh, we got a slow dancing day. Yeah, it was pretty slow. I like, as I said, I felt like a little bit, and because of the pizza. So I had to do it a little bit more slow. Joy, this song makes me want to take a long walk of a short pier. Is that a good thing? Is that a committing no-no joke? Short pier? I don't know. Wiggle Wiggle Wednesday, friends, love to you, Duck Dad. We have John here saying, Melt, we are connected in weird ways, man. Can you share why you chose today's topic? I watched a YouTube video. How original, right? Yeah. I watched a YouTube video called After School. After School, where it was, I already forgot his name. I feel bad. Let me see if I can tell you, because he is dead. So I want to honor him in his deadness. His name is Wayne Dyer. Wayne Dyer. He passed away in 2015. Is it rude to say he's dead? He passed from this mortal plane. He shed his mortal coil. I like to say it as it is. He passed away, but his words still influence us to this day, and he's the inspiration for today's stream. He basically did this lecture on blame and releasing. Basically, the title of the video, After School, title is There is no reason for resentment. There is no valid reason for resentment, right? Like if you're resenting someone or something, you are the one burdening yourself, right? The person you are resenting or the thing that you're resenting is unaffected, at least in comparison to how much you are affecting yourself with that resentment. And one of the things that he said that really resonated with me personally is this act of releasing blame. He made this analogy of tears, right? Like who wants to be a millionaire? And if you want to reach the $1,000 mark, you have to get like the simplest of things right, at least. And the simplest of things that you can get right is to release blame, is to take full responsibility onto yourself for how you choose to react from this moment going forward, right? And my analogy is the cactus, letting go of the cactus, right? Releasing blame in that way. But I like this one as well, and it struck a chord with me, Brother John. I'm happy that it struck a chord with you as well, dude. I'm not surprised that me and you are synced up anyway, but I would like to hear your take on the releasing blame fractal. I don't know, Joy. Maybe it was 10 years I spent working in Aeropostale clothing stores. Were you listening to a bunch of that music? Maybe. Multitasking horribly. I didn't see you pop in. Love to you, Lisa. It's nice having you. There are some Jimmy Buffett songs that do that to me, Duck. I get it. Dancing with my Koji. He is much pleased. I'm happy to hear that as well. Joy. Koji is like, yeah, this human is vibing right now. This is good. Heart, please, world. No tender songs for me. Heavy heart, brain. Psst. Melt always plays upbeat dance. Why would that ever happen, universe, lols? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jovan, that's how it works sometimes, right? You want to see a cool bug? I don't know if I want to put it in my hand. He's blue. I don't see a lot of blue bugs. I mean, he's bluish. He's bluish. It's not that blue. Bump, bump, bump. Look at this bluish bug. No, relax, dude. I'm not trying to hurt you. Isn't that cool? I haven't seen one of those. Blue and red bug. Where you going, bug? You going on adventures? I am bug. Look at my world. This is my bug perspective. I am bugging right now. Look at me bugging around. Skibbity bobbity. It's a weevil time. Yeah. There you go. There's your daily dose of bug. I don't know why I had to share that. There's someone in the world, maybe it was Jovan, who got super cheered up by me sharing bug right now. So yeah, get cheered. You are loved, dear one. You spent a decade in retail. That's a lot of decade. I did not get the job. Hey y'all. I'm sorry to hear that, Dan. Guess it wasn't for you, bro. Guess there's an even better job out there for you to get. Been trying to channel my inner Zano artist these days. Thank you for your inspiration always. Love is true. Then that just means it wasn't the right one for you. I love how me and Kristen are in the same fractals. Consider the interview as practice. Good practice at that. What is the next opportunity? The universe has a better place for you. Sorry to hear that, Dan. Just remember, what is yours already, and you'll get the next one. Didn't choose you, Dan. I'm proud of you for trying. This is the way. So much love. It was 100% remote and right on the mark pay-wise. It was the title I want, but I failed the assessment. Again, right? I feel like today's stream topic is then very apt, Dan. Are we blaming or are we taking responsibility? Right? Technically, they can be synonymous. And yet, what we believe about our reality becomes it. As I keep saying, a practice test. Yeah, that thing where he was doing the automation and Google was giving him problems. Dan made the next opportunity is even more perfect for you. The universe just loves to tease. She's a cruel mistress. I don't even know if she's a cruel mistress. I just think she's a very good teacher. That's the way I see it, right? I've never seen the universe as a cruel mistress. I just see her as a really good teacher, right? Like she'll teach you lessons. Oh goodness. Relentlessly so. Teach you the same lesson over and over again until you get it, right? And it's not cruel. She loves you so much that she's willing to bear with you, being like this stupid ass monkey, freaking teaching you the same lesson over and over again. Doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. Dan, mate, love is true. Thank you so much. Jobo, I don't know why you have a heavy heart, but I'm here helping you hold it up. You beautiful being, you. So much love in this. It was a 4-question about manual testing and 1 question automating the Google homepage. Yeah. I failed to correctly populate the bulk upload template 10 times last week. I keep formatting the date incorrectly. The learning curve is real and you'll get there, Dan. Love is true. And I couldn't automate most of the features on the Google homepage because I could not figure out how to authenticate a developer account and their security features stopped automation. That does sound very technical. I wouldn't even know where to start, bro. So the fact that you tried is already impressive, man. For me, it would be like I take responsibility for my own stupids and just throw my hands up in defeat. Be like, oh well, guess I don't know. You tried, and that's admirable. Hope your birthday gave you the relaxes. So much love, and do let us know, Kristen, if it was a good one. Tozers resemble the joy. I resemble that sentiment. Nothing to analyze here. Just want to tell y'all it happened. Love is true, brah. I wish we could partner with you, someone who could mentor you on the skill set. Maybe Kristen. I know Kristen goes as well. After 3.5 goddamn weeks, my brand new refrigerator finally gets here today. I'm so happy I could puke. Like butterflies? Like you're so excited? I've been happy a bunch of times, but I've never puked because of it. Puking is usually like the opposite of happy emotion to me. Mine is tomorrow. Your birthday is tomorrow, Joyviv. Good thing you let us know. Our beloved Shannon has added it to her calendar, so now we know we can celebrate you as well, Joyviv. I'm so sorry, Dan. It wasn't the one for you. You could find the right job for you. I just know it. Love is true. Your birthday is tomorrow. Libras unite. I know we had this convo before. Have it again. Make it even more loving this time. Celebrate the inevitable. Decrepit tomorrow. I don't have to share Joy, but what number birthday is this? Joy is probably like 19 right now or something. Joy just spat her coffee or something. After today, may you have the most frigid of fridges that have ever fridged. I'm old Dan. Your Discord pic doesn't look like an old person for what it's worth. Yeah, Joy Vive doesn't look old at all. Don't trust the profile pics. I'm actually a cat. I love that. Kristen's profile picture is a doggo, so that contrast. It's so weird that this is the fractal that we talk about today, because I got my temporary license and you have to give like a little ID photo. And my ID photo is of me. I took those ID photos when I went to China. So it's me as a 20-year-old. that I gave to them. So I like literally have the sides of my head shaved, and I have like a little bit of long hair that goes like down to here on top of my head. And that's the photo that I have on my temporary ID right now. It's not me, but it's me. You aren't. Wait a second. This morning, my calendar reminded me of your birthday being tomorrow, Joy. She already has it, already ready to celebrate you. You aren't excited for the aura of fear you're carrying with you to make young men fear you, Joy. Good jeans and sunscreen. That it is. Always wear your sunscreen, kids. Looks for the sun, you know. It's like, oh, the sun isn't shining directly on me, so I don't technically have to wear sunscreen, right? Hoping. Yay, Mel, it's finally a real person with a driver's license and ID. Yeah. Officially, all of the aliens watching me play my virtual game right now is like all disappointed. He's like, oh, he got his ID and his driver's license. What a loser. Stop it, aliens. Bro, I'm still aware of it, right? I did it because society, not because I wanted to. Oh. If I had my will, I would be a freaking wild person living in a jungle, but no. There's no internet entries. I like the internet. Thank you very much. I ate pizza yesterday and I feel fucking great. You probably built different. Huh? Is that you gonna say? You're gonna say that? Don't you say that. Doug, that stop saying it, bro. Happy to see you. Happy driver's license, Mel. Thank you. I had some pizza on Sunday. It put me in a coma. Too much white flour and carbs, I guess. Yeah, it was also not. I still don't feel good for it. Hallelujah. The ID has finally been obtained. Yeah. I'm like my mom was like, "Aren't you happy that you got your ID?" And I go, "I am indifferent. I feel nothing. I feel nothing for a piece of plastic that has my face on it. Nothing whatsoever. It's just it's one of those things I have to do, right? If I had my way, it would all be online right now. My fingerprints have already been scanned, bro. I have a freaking camera on my cell phone. Why do I have to go into an office and stand in a line for multiple hours? Lose life. I lost so much life hours. I am nothing is to blame. I take responsibility. Yeah. That works. It actually works for me. It's like, oh yeah, you know what? Yeah. Yeah. Initially I thought, what the fuck if I blame myself, and then thought it's not blame, it's taking responsibility. Then to reframe the blame to acceptance, right? It does work. It's like it's trippy actually how well it works. Thank you, Jovan, for echoing that sentiment as well. Shan and I were agreeing that your background looks even faker than usual. It looks like too good. YouTube giving us awesome picture today. Yeah. Yeah, look at me with my ultra high tech, you know, green screening while moves. Yes. So good. I don't know what's different. I feel like YouTube, you know, has like on days and off days as well. You look like you are maybe 25 years old. Yeah. I was guessing that number to judge you. That's sweet, Joe. I appreciate it. I don't love my birthdays. I love cake and presents, but not so much the getting older part. Yeah. It's interesting that you talk about that, Joy. I wanna share something, but it's disheartening. I educated myself today, and I wish I didn't, because I sometimes like living in a place of ignorance, right? Sometimes ignorance is bliss. Surprise, surprise. But I got educated today that even though we can fold proteins, right? Something I'm super hyped about. Even though we can do that, it doesn't matter, technically, right? Because folding proteins is the equivalent of taking a mugshot of someone. And even though you might have a mugshot of someone, that doesn't mean you know how they dance, right? You don't know how they interact with their other dance partners. You don't know how they interact with at a different place dancing with different dance partners. You don't know how they interact with different types of music. You might have the snapshot of their face, but you don't know what they dance like at all of these different fractals. And at different places with different music playing, they dance completely differently, as an analogy. And that was like, bruh, that that bums me out. Oh, I thought we knew more than we did. Surprise, surprise. No, no, we're still far away, but I'm hopeful. Why, Melt? Are you sharing this? Because I want all of us to stay young forever, or at least young for 1,000 years. Right? At least 1,000 years. Come on, come on. We can do 1,000 years. I hear people being like, Melt, you're insane. No, no, 1,000 years. Come on, 1,000 years. Melt more forever. 1,000 years. Had a rough week, says Brother Simon. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Looking at a painless exit strategy, drifting away from you guys and friends and family. Truth is, I ain't scared. Trapped in this ghetto with only one way to escape. To take responsibility, that's a hard one, Simon. That is a hard one, bruh. There are more ways to escape than just death, bruh. And death isn't an escape. Where are you escaping to? Wherever you go, there you are, right? I understand, right? I understand from a conceptual point of view that I don't understand what you're going through, right? That you're experiencing a different fractal than I am right now, that it might be disheartening, that it might be hard for you to continue, that it might feel impossible for you to escape that experience. But again, escaping ultimately, finally, in that way, doesn't change anything. It only takes away your capacity for things to change. Right? Again, wherever you go, there you are. I believe that if you know yourself, you're just going to realize in your ultimate state of being again that that was one of the stupidest decisions you could have made. Right? It's not a winning or a losing fractal. It is a lost experience fractal, right? There's no winning life. There's no winning life, right? Even the richest of people still have issues. Sometimes even more nuanced, more complex issues than we might have. Being so poor, we have a hard time affording food, right? And that feels a very naive and ignorant, even hearing myself say it. But I'm trying to paint a picture kind of vibe, right? And I do believe that there is so much to be gained in continuing, even if there's pain, right? Again, yesterday's stream topic, Simon, that we can only truly experience how bright the sun is when we come out of complete darkness, right? If you go from complete darkness to being outside in the sun, it's so bright you cannot even keep your eyes open, right? That is when you truly experience how bright it is. And you have to have that darkness in order to experience that light in that way. So don't you dare, oh. You better continue. Oh, how nifty looking. What a gorgeous blue, right? What's a beautiful bug? Like, I don't see blue bugs a lot, so I had to share with you friends. And we have our beloved Jovan letting us know that it's a weevil. It's a weevil time. I don't want to play with it, but I sure love seeing blue in nature, right? It is indeed uncommon. So happy that you're resonating with that as well. No, sir, I don't like it. You know what? Like, all you're doing, Joy Vive, is making me want to go, imagine it walking on your face. Simon, I'm glad you chose to stay here with us. Keep showing up one day at a time, Simon. That's my recommendation to all of you friends, right? I'll show up every day, and I look forward to seeing you every day, right? That's all we have to do. Take it one day at a time. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Until I die, right? And then you can die. But I plan on living 1,000 years, so you better come along for the ride. No dying on my watch. Insect perspective. Insect. Inception section in insections. Stop it, bro. Please, my brain is getting brain damage. Simon, I'm glad you're here today and decided to stay a while longer. Every second counts. Simon, you have become such a loved member of this community. Please stay strong, friend. Please do. I made some good coffee this morning, slurps. Brag, why don't you? I've been missing coffee, especially today because I only slept like 6 hours. And I know that some people only sleep 6 hours, normally, but 6 hours is not enough sleep for me. So I was like, and then I was like looking at those caffeine pills again, Brian. I was like, those caffeine pills look so nice right now. I would not mind. But no, I stayed strong. I did not caffeine myself. Please don't take a shortcut. We still have a lot to discuss on our long walks through this existence, one moment at a time. I mean, I think I took responsibility right there, Mel. I failed the assessment. They said it should take 2 hours to complete, and I spent 14 hours on it and failed. I get you, bro. What's the next step, right? Get better, right? It's not over. Nothing is over. Here you are, taking the next breath. The next step is taking responsibility, right? Because again, we can blame, be like, I'm stupid. That's blame. Me stupid, so I can't do this. That's blame. Or I didn't have the technical skill. That's taking responsibility. And then again, the extension of that responsibility is I am now going to put in this effort. And I know you have been putting effort. I'm not saying that's not what you've been doing, but sometimes, and this is what I believe, you'll have to effort your entire existence, your whole life. It never stops. Conscious evolution never stops. Never, ever. Ever, never, ever. Never, ever. Never, ever kiss. Right? You just have to continue going. And then find where love is true. In what ways love is true? How many loves is true can you find in each day? Right? Both a promise to yourself and to the world and a philosophy that we choose to live by. Shadow birthday was yesterday. Joy Vive birthday too tomorrow. Happy, happy days to you beautiful creatures. Love is true. So much love is being sent in chat. So happy I could say my uncle used to say, it was for something that is a bad situation that shouldn't have happened. But then it got fixed and it's still kind of happy, begrudgingly happy. I get it. It's like, maybe that's what I was feeling like today, right? I wasn't even begrudgingly happy, to be completely honest. It was more like a sense of like, oh, good. I did actually meet an old high school friend at the Home Affairs. David Kabwa, his name is. He's a big deal right now. I have been manifesting with him since I was like a 12-year-old that he is going to one day be the president of my country. And I honestly believe that to be true. He is one day going to be the president of our country. And I got to meet him again today, and we got to have cool chats. He subscribed to my YouTube channel. He drove me home after I was at the offices or at the Home Affairs building. So yeah, I got to meet that dude. I'm more happy about that than I am about my ID, right? So like maybe that's the good thing that came off my ID. Maybe that's the universe giving me something to be happy about. The world is a more beautiful place when shared with friends like you. I'm happy you were born. I'm happy for the space you take in this world, right? Focus on your heart right now. Imagine the fact that you have a heart, go up, go up, go up, beating in your chest. And imagine the space that heart is taking up in this world, right? That there is this unit of measurement that is occupied by your beating heart. Right? That's a good thing. That's a very rare thing. Right? There's so much nothing, so much empty space. The fact that you have this beating heart that's taking up actual space, that's amazing. Continue beating your heart. There's no silk sheets in the jungle, Melt. Yeah, that's true. I still can't afford silk sheets. I mean, I can technically. I don't want to afford silk sheets, right? It's gonna be like, half my month's worth of salary, maybe even more than that. They are, if you bring them, there we go. Because I have a habit of quickly blaming other people at work for things. I have a sticky note on my monitor that says, read shell because I bloom when I'm informed. I really resonate with that, shell. I really like being informed as well. right? Like that's the least I ask. Like the autistic side of me really viscerally does not enjoy being uninformed, right? Like I have a hard time enough with social cues and knowing what the hell's going on. Tell me. Tell me. You want me to know stuff? Tell me. Don't expect me to guess. Don't expect me to understand social context. No. No. Tell me. Be like, hey, oh wait, this thing. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Thank you for telling me. Now I can do something about it. No, 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 screaming about me. To be fair, though, my body is prepping for the cold of winter. I don't have to hibernate like a bear, but I do get more squishy. Yeah, it's normal, bro. Don't worry about it. I don't do cold. I mean, I can. I just don't. I've lived a bunch of different places, and it seems that I always come back to the sunshine when winter starts to settle in. Come to South Africa, Joshua. It doesn't get cold nearly as it gets cold in America here. Is Mel the younger one here? Curious. I mean, depends on how old you are, I guess. Management, yeah, I think so. Sometimes Amara is here. I think technically she's the youngest. That's also true. Technically, Rosie is here sometimes. She's 6.5. I felt her little soul being like, oh, actually, I'm 6.5. Yeah, excuse me, Rosie. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. She's 6.5. So I think she got us all beat. I feel you, Simon. Love is true. I'm in the same boat, but I don't have any words of comfort. Keep breathing is the best words of comfort I can give you, right? It's always darkest before the light. And then it's warm before the dark again. And then it's dark again, so there can be light. And then there's light again, so it can be dark. And so it ebbs and flows, right? There would be no life without it being that way, at least not on Earth. That's just how it is. It's not bad. It is, right? It's like the sunrise. It is. It's not something that we have to conceptualize. We can, and we do, as human beings like to, conceptualize and assign value and assign meaning and symbolism. But the sun rises. That is how it is. Sure, we can go like, oh yes, the sun rising connects to the spiritual side of us, of enlightenment. And I do that. Sure. But at the deepest level, it is the way that it is. And there is no changing it. There is no escaping it. Fortunately, right? Because if we could escape, we probably would have tried to already. There are a few youngins that visit, but yeah, as far as the regular crowd, I'm pretty sure she's the youngest. So what's the point then, Melt? If even the rich are unsatisfied, then what is actually the point? Love is, Dan? Love is the point. I thought I've made that painfully clear, and I'm gonna keep making it painfully clear. That is the point, and you can call me cheesy for that, but that is the only thing of value you can get from this life and you can give to this life is love. The only thing, right? Sure, we need money to survive at this point in existence. We need money to have places to live and be able to pay for our electricity and our food. But that is not valuable. The love you get to experience in this world, and especially the love you give to this world, is what is valuable. And if we don't do that, then we are going to suffer. I honestly believe being super rich leaves you in a state where it's harder for you to love people because you feel like people want your shit, right? So you're like in this the state of apprehension. You don't know who to trust. You don't know what people's incentives or intentions are with your love. So it ends up making it harder for you to love people. So that's why I believe the rich have a hard time, as well. It's not necessarily a case of, having money makes you upset or even the rich have it bad. Love is the truth. And right now, as a society, we aren't taught that. We aren't taught that love is something that is, essential or something that is valuable even. Love has been sexualized even. Love is seen as something that is only, you mashing parts together or kissing or being intimate with someone. Love is a state of being. It's literally a state of being, right? Like sad, like happy, you can be love, right? And love shows you how much you can endure. Love isn't always sunshine and rainbows. Love shows you how much you can handle, how much bullshit can be thrown at you, and you can still choose love. How you can literally transmute. You are one of the most rare beings in the universe because you can. I'm not saying it's easy, but you can receive hatred. People can go, fuck you, and you can go, I love you, right back to them. That you can do that, right? Like that's what you are capable of. And that is beautiful. Whether you want to believe it or not, whether you want to think that's the meaning of life or not, that is what I believe and that is what I'm showing up for. And it's given me so much meaning, more meaning than anything else has. So try. Try, bro. We also have Lane, by the way, for like young friends joining us in this stream. Simon, it hurts. And it gets better too. Don't go. I feel like we win at life every time we wake up. Yeah, every breath we take is a win. Every breath we take. I'm thinking about Brother Brandon's line where he goes, you get to keep nothing. And nothing is yours. Nothing is yours. Not this body, not the things you've accumulated, not the money in your bank account. Nothing is yours. Not even this breath that you just took is yours because you have to give it back. We are this transitory state of give and take. It's not yours, it is. And all you have to do is love what you have in this moment, the right now, to love this breath that you're taking, not to be possessive of it, right? If you are possessive of your breath, you'll stagnate yourself and die of suffocation. So love the breath. Let it continue to flow through you. Let the ebb and flow be a part of you. Don't try and fight it. Don't try and escape it. You will suffer if you try to do that. In the same way you'll suffer in trying to hold your breath indefinitely. Oh my goodness, the Coke binges I used to wake up. The Coke binges I used to wake up from shock that I was alive. I don't recommend that feeling. Yeah, don't do that. You don't owe anyone anything, Simon. Do what you think is right. Bruh, if he thinks killing himself is right, that's not a good encouragement, right? And your brain might convince you that that is the best option. Like, for instance, there are people who have terminal illnesses right now. They're late in their lives. They don't have savings. And they know for a fact that getting their terminal illness treated will bankrupt their family. So in their minds, the right thing to do is kill themselves, right? Is it right? I don't know. I'm happy that I'm not in that situation right now. I would never want to be. I believe it is a societal atrocity that people find themselves in those situations, right? And the fact that we are, I don't want to say okay with it, but the fact that we tolerate shit like that, is the thing that's breaking my brain. There's a really cool Kurzgesagt video on dissatisfaction. I think one of the many points within the infinite is to overcome it. Oh yes. Right, it is a story, again, a pretending in my mind, Javan. King Solomon in his wisdom opinioned that the only thing in life that matters is hedonism. Everything else, the pursuit of knowledge especially, is meaningless ultimately. Hey Google, define hedonism. Hedonism, the pursuit of pleasure, sensual indulgence, self-indulgence, indulgence, pursuit of pleasure, pleasure-seeking, lotus eating. Of course, that's one of the words. Eating your enlightenment. Lotus eating. Epicureanism. Epicureanism. Epicurism. Self-gratification. I've heard you say that a bunch of times, Sam. I don't know if I agree with that. right? I don't think I'm a heathen necessarily, right? I do pursue pleasure like all beings do, right? I pursue pleasure in entertainment, I pursue pleasure in food, I pursue pleasure in games, but I don't know if that's the meaning of life or that it's the only thing that matters, right? Because that's a self thing. Sure, there can be pleasure in love, but I feel like there's even more pleasure in allowing other people experiences that bring them pleasure, right? Maybe that's hedonism with extra steps. Maybe I'm confusing myself, but I believe there's more to it than just hedonism. King Solomon also had 800 wives, right? So maybe he wasn't that wise, right? Like I want two, sure, but 800? Like how do you love that many people, right? Breaks my brain. I can't even imagine. Is it possible? Like if you give all of your time of day to a person per day, that means it will take you like 2.5 years to love each of your wives for one day once, which means you get to like what, love them all for like a total of what, 20 days in your life. That seems a little bit skewed, just a little bit. So maybe he didn't know what he was talking about. Maybe we shouldn't take his advice. Sam, love is true. Can you drop it in Discord, Joe? Please do. I'm sorry. Do you get tired of me sharing that? No, no, I don't get tired of you sharing that. I just don't agree fundamentally. Oh, Joy, it is heavy though. You've got to sit through the whole thing. The Kirksosov video. No, it's a good one. It's a good one. It's, yeah, watch it. Watch all, like, I've literally watched every single one of the Kirksosov videos. If I see a Kirksosov video on my screen, that's the first thing I click on, right? There can be a thumbnail next to it of official government sanctioned live video of aliens landing on Earth right now, and there's a Kirksosov video directly next to it. I'm clicking on the Kirksosov video. Like, I want to know what they have to say more. No, no, no. No, I want you and Shell to get together so I can hear that shot for hours at a time, Sam. Said Joy, me too. It's hard to put the brakes on sometimes. Simon, you're stronger than you think, mate. We are always here. Well, I'm a part-timer, but you get the gist. Ghetto, where do you live? Somewhere in England, I believe. Sam, never tire of your wonderful words. Every day we share space. You make me smile. Yeah, love is true. Thank you for saying that, Kelly. I love all of you amazing human animals, but sometimes the word goes so fast I just can't keep up. Welcome to my life, Chris. I definitely a sunshine person as well, Joe. I'm here with you, Kristen, and your heart is felt nonetheless. Love you big and much. You sweet lady, you. So much lovin's. I think I'd get depressed if I had to live in a dreary place. Yeah, that seems to be the reality, right? But again, I feel like it's a matter of perspective. Like I'm thinking about those recycling towns in India where people literally live in the garbage, live in trash, right? And that is their world. They get born there. Their reality is you go and collect trash and we sell this trash so we can afford food. And that is their whole world, right? Again, it's a matter of perspective of like what you believe a good life is supposed to be, because some of those people still have smiles on their faces, right? They still show up for love regardless. I'm not saying, you should be happy with what you have, right? Your feelings are invalidated. No, no, but perspective, right? If you think you have it bad, like one of my favorite analogies is if all of us as the collective humanity could drop our problems in a big pile and then go back to that pile and then pick up another problem, you 100% will not get your problems back. You'll get worse problems because other people will vie to get your problems instead, right? And that's like a good thing to kind of like keep in the forefront of our mind. Dan, I have to agree with Melty on this one. Love is the reason for many aspects of this existence. You say it yourself. You personally are constantly searching for love. Yeah. And it's like that search, I believe, is unfortunately fundamentally the problem, right? Some of the unhappiest people that I've ever met in the world are the people that seek happiness, right? Which is a paradox, but that is the truth. If you seek love, it is you actively communicating to the world that you do not have it, which is a lie, because you are it. You are love, right? So seeking that which you are to the world is a paradox. To the universe doesn't make any sense, right? So it is going to leave you with confusion and a state of dread and a sense of disillusionment. Like it should make sense that that's the case. No, it makes sense, perfect sense. I'm always asking myself, what's the point? Then I see my family, and my answer is my role. My role here is just to love. I do believe that, Shaw. It's kind of almost too simple, right? As human beings, we like it complex. We like nuanced. Skibidi bubbity, skibidi boobity boobies. But no, really, it's as simple as love. That really is, the be all end all. And the wise peoples that keep coming back over and over, to teach the world their lessons, that keeps being the reoccurring message. Love is the point. Love is true. The other side of love is pain. And if love is true, then pain is just as true, Melt. Is it not? I never denied that there is no pain. I never said that. But I believe, again, Dan, that there is even love in pain, right? That the ability, for instance, like I've been massaging my leg. My leg is hurting right now. I'm in pain because I loved so much. I was so grateful that I had to dance. And now my body loves me so much to give me these pain signals so that I can be cognizant of the pain and I can take care of myself. Right? So it's a reframe every single second of every single moment for you to be given these experiences and then to tell yourself a story about it. Oh, am I, is this to blame? Oh, yeah, I danced for you, friends, and you are to blame for me being in pain. Or I take responsibility. This is my body. This is my pain. And I will deal with it in my way, responsibly so, because that is what I'm here for. I am grateful to be able to feel pain. Grateful to be able to feel pain. Because again, feeling nothing at all is the opposite of love. Indifference, being completely numb to the world, that is the opposite of love, not pain. Pain is a part of love. Indifference, complete numb, complete nothing, that is the opposite of love. And nobody wants that. I know you can conceptualize that that is what you want, but it's not. Believe you me. It can feel like the better option when it comes to being in a state of pain, but it isn't. You cannot even imagine, bro. Like, and Christian had this conversation with me about a dream he had where he met with these cosmic entities and he told them that he's now evolved enough and he wants to move on to the next state of being. And he got teleported or transcended into a next state of being where all of his orifices, all of the parts of himself that receives information got closed up and he couldn't breathe and there couldn't enter any sound into him and there couldn't enter any light into him. And it felt like a black hole pulling on all parts of himself, suffocating him ceaselessly. That's what his articulation of nothing is. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like it doesn't sound good. I'm so happy to be able to experience pain. So loving too much will even bring you pain. To care is to be in pain. Yeah. And I'm happy to embrace this pain. To do this every day sometimes causes me pain, right? To miss out on things sometimes causes me pain. But I am love. So that means I have the capacity to endure everything, especially pain, And that is, again, a state of being that all of us can occupy. I'm not special. I am like you, a person that has this ability to feel love, to receive harmful inputs, harmful stimuli, and still figure out how love is true in that case. It is a universal reality that independently measures itself and observes its own effects. I love that, actually. I take responsibility and release blame. Just hearing those words, Aunt B, love you, bless you on your journey. Divine love is outside of logic. I know I'm hardcore about mushrooms. Me too. Me too, also hardcore mushroom. I literally wear a mushroom on my neck, bro. Every day. Every day. I don't take this thing off, bro. This thing gets taken off rarely, right? Like begrudgingly. I take it off of myself. Mushrooms are there for you to help you, but they fix brain damage. Constant soul pain is brain damage, in my opinion. It doesn't mean I'm right. I believe that too, right? As an opinion, not as medical advice. I don't know what kind of pain shows me how much I've loved, and that is so worth it as long as I appreciate the love when I have it. Like when the bird I raised from an egg over the summer died under someone else's hand. I do it again 1,000 times because the bird's whole life it experienced love, and I feel it too. It keeps me alive. Yeah, how about that? Like that is such a beautiful fractal, you know. And like I read it really quickly, and we can kind of like completely space out. But that happened to Jovan. She raised a baby bird from an egg, right? Like seeing something come out of an egg, a soft little baby, nursing it into strength, keeping it alive, and then having to like tend to other responsibilities and having someone else take care of that baby, and then them letting it die, right? Like that is devastating. And yet she would do it again because love is true in that fractal, right? There would be no pain for the baby bird dying if love wasn't true. There would be no the baby bird being taken care of if love wasn't true. There would be no that other person being willing to accept that responsibility, even though they weren't willing to accept the responsibility if love wasn't true. How can you find, how many vectors of love is true can you find? My mother has told me, my mother has told me that if anything happened to my sister or I, she would kill herself. Her love is so strong that the absence of the thing that she loves would be so painful that she'd rather die. So the opposite side of love is pain. It's just as much as universal truth as love is. And I don't argue that, right? I keep telling you everything. Everything means pain as well, Dan. Everything means everything. Literally, even the things that you cannot conceive of, right? Things that go so far beyond your mind's reasoning capacity. That is also a part of everything. Everything is everything, right? And everything is experienced through love. That is what I believe, including pain, right? Pain, sure, is a part of it, but it doesn't take away from the truth of love. And where you place your attention is what you get. If I'm like, oh, I'm in pain, oh, you know, it's like, you know, driving a screwdriver into your own leg. Oh, this hurts. Oh, this fucking sucks. Oh, ooh, this hurts. It hurts me. Yeah, it does. Because you keep focusing on it. That's what you're focusing on right now. And that's what you're doing to yourself. Look to the world, right? Pick up, let go of the cactus kind of vibe. That is how you escape the pain. Not by believing it's not real, but by showing up for the things that you actually want to have instead. I disagree, Shaw. You can, fortunately. That's also your right. Nothing, no, knowing it exists at all means that it is there. It's undeniable. Our attachment to it is what hurts us the most. Attachment, especially, right? Already decided if I get diagnosed with a terminal illness, I will instantly divorce my wife. That will leave me without health insurance, but also make it where they can never come after her. The fact that that's a thing, bro. It's like, oh yeah, your husband died to a terminal illness. We couldn't save him, and now you are gonna suffer for the next decades trying to pay off his death. That's so evil, bro. That's evil on evil. I think it's a pretty normal reaction for a mother. Then they are independent of each other. Yeah, I believe that too. Right? Everything I believe is a unity, but that unity is an infinity symbol. Right? So there's duality in the unity, pain and love, right? If you will. So our heads and tails, Joe, they're independent of each other and they constantly in coexistence. Yeah. And what you focus on is what you get, right? And I can see, Dan, and you keep making it very clear to me that you want to focus on the pain. And that is your choice. You have to take responsibility for that. That is all today's stream topic is supposed to teach us, right? And for what it's worth, you're being a really good teacher as to what I don't want to be, right? Like it feels like that could be the worst case scenario where I keep being like, oh yeah, but pain though. Yeah. You think I don't feel pain? Would be nice if I didn't feel pain. I feel pain like everybody else. I step in thorns while dancing. You don't see me going, oh no, I'm in pain now, so I'm not gonna dance. No, I fucking keep dancing until I'm done. And then I sit down and I pick the thorns out of my feet because that is what I showed up for. I showed up to love. I showed up in gratitude and I'm going to dance, right? Yeah, my legs are hurting. Oh, my head hurts. I'm feeling a little bit meningitis skin. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Still love. Still show up, right? That is the lesson that we keep teaching ourselves over and over again. It's just my default mode. No, it's not. Dan, I was there as well. I was there as well, right? Conceptualizing over and over again my own death, the own my own meaninglessness in this infinite universe, my own meaninglessness in the grand scale of things, my own meaninglessness in the time scale of things, my own meaninglessness when it comes to just my own little town, that my own little town won't even be influenced by me killing myself. They're just going to continue on with their lives like nothing happened, right? And I did that to myself, and I was like, "Oh, this is pain. Oh, I'm in so much pain. Oh, oh, my mama's going." And the more I did that, guess what? The worse I felt. I didn't feel better for a second doing that to myself. And then, to echo Shell, I took mushrooms. And for the first time up until that point of my life, I got overwhelmed with this deep sense of, I am so grateful to be alive. And showing myself that I'm capable of that experience, if even for a moment. Can you honestly tell me that you have not had a moment in your life where you had that experience of, I am grateful to be alive? I highly doubt it, right? If you've had that experience for a moment, that means that experience is possible. You are capable of that. Now your job is to seek that because of love, because you love yourself enough to seek that, right? To actively notice the pain and then to seek love over and over and over and over again, right? I can say my default state is laziness, and I do say that sometimes, Dan, and yet I have been consistent for 1,021 days, relentlessly showing up every day. One, my default state is lazy. Other, consistency for thousands of days. And I will go until I'm dead, right? Not because my default state is lazy, but because I am the one making myself every single day through discipline, right? One of the things that I said that resonated with you, Dan, through discipline, we find freedom, especially from those mindsets of this is my default state. Become more disciplined, brah. Become more disciplined with your self-care. Become more disciplined with how you show up for other people. Become more disciplined with the things that you do for yourself when it comes to the skills you build, and you will get to experience a life of freedom from this pain that you are conceptualizing. But you have to show up for it, brah. Nobody is coming to save you. I don't know if that is a dark thing to say, but that's one of the reasons I don't religion, right? Because I don't believe in a savior. I don't, right? Not from a perspective of I'm a you know, and I'm anti-savior. It would be nice. It would be nice for me to believe that I'll get saved because that takes all of the responsibility off my shoulders. But no, no, nothing comes, bruh. It's up to you. Wherever you go, there you are. Even in death. Even in death, there you'll be, bruh. Because you are the same thing always. Everything. Including the bad parts, including the good parts, including hell, including heaven. There is no escaping. You're it. You are literally it. The thing that you seek and the thing that you are running from, that is you. You have to deal with that. Accept it. Take responsibility as that version of yourself, and then find a way to continue. Day by day, by day by day. My way of continuing is to find how love is true, day by day. And the more I do that, the more evidence I gather. Yeah, love is true. Actually, love is true. Wow, love is true for this way. Every single time I connect with my animals, every single time I connect with you friends in this stream, every single time I connect with a healthy meal, every single time I exercise, every single time I take a cold shower, every single time I meditate, every single time I wake up from some wild dreams, every single time I find love is true. And if you can teach yourself how to do that, you literally reprogram that default state of being. And we are capable of it. We are. We have literally empirically proven it with science. Go and look it up. Go and listen to some Joe Dispenza stuff, bro. Like, he's really on that train of reprogramming yourself. I agree. Love hurts sometimes. It is in an overwhelmingly beautiful way, even when you incorporate other emotions such as disappointment, etc. I believe disappointment is only possible if you love, right? Like, I believe all of these other emotions arise from love. Like, they are like contrasts to love itself. There is no without the other. I have a perfect example of me not reading correctly, Dan. I thought you said her sister and not your sister, and that would be sick. Yeah. Nah, Shell. Means to say that I lost one of her children. She doesn't know that she could keep going. Parents should not say that they would kill themselves if their child died to the other children. Maybe that's another way of ensuring they stay alive. Shell. What do we know? So would then a mother rather have the love that didn't exist, didn't ever exist, no kids, because without them, no hurts? Did it hurt before their existence? These are some good questions, actually, Jean. I mean, the one reason I didn't want kids, Jovan. Also, your choice. Take care of you. Please take as great of care as you can. Love is true. When my son was 3 weeks old, I lost it and cried because I realized he had to go one day. Yeah. Same with our pets, and yet we still get them. Same with our plants. Same with this universe, right? Sure, the universe might outlive us all, but it's also going to have to go one day, right? And I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think it is a thing, something to be a part of. You are that universe, right? As above, so below, after all. My neighbor growing up was always troubled. She's been a junkie living on K and A, ketamine and acid, ketamine and Adderall in Philly for 7 years. Her mother had said many times to my mother that she will never be totally happy again. But ultimately, Karen will never experience the truth of love fully again, ever, if her life, because the pain of her daughter state of existence is all encompassing. I don't believe that either. Your thoughts and feelings are valid, Dan. That is definitely true. Keep searching for your truth and love in and for this life. My parents lose their children. Many parents lose their children and keep going. In fact, that's the norm. So let us parents be encouraged. Love is true. Whew! I didn't think I would make it because I love Sander so much. And then he was over anesthetized. The vet accidentally killed him. It was one of the conditions to my own taking of life. Then my family started to become distant with me. Second condition. Then I was like, fuck it. Why wait for the third? I don't need to turn 34. I'm just going to do it. And here I am, raising birds, knowing they might die, watching them die sometimes. And I love them with my whole heart. I just know that love I feel, when I feel it, is so worth it. A truth, right? A truth. And it's very hard to find actual truths in this world, right? That's the thing for me as well. You know, that's what I try to say. Like finding a truth, finding anything that is true, right? Deeply true is so hard. And yet love has that quality to it over and over again. And it keeps coming back no matter how old you are, right? You have to look for it. That is also a part of it. You have to realize that you are the one showing up for that love. But it is possible, no matter what your state of being, no matter how tweaked you've been. For instance, Dan, I don't know if you're still talking about the person that was an addict. John has an aunt who was also an addict, right? Made bad life choices. She was addicted to meth for 7 years. And now she has bone cancer. And I sat with her and she was suffering. She's literally slowly dying in front of us. She weighs something like 40 kilograms, like 75 pounds. You know, she's in her 60s, slowly dying. And she got a new baby dog. And the amount of love, deep, unwavering love she has for that little baby dog is undeniable. Absolutely, you cannot convince me otherwise. Undeniable. She still gets to experience the truth of love despite her life choices. That never gets taken from you. It's what you show up for, but it cannot be taken from you. You can take it from yourself, but it cannot be taken from you. And yeah, you can believe what you want, of course, but you know, I shall not blame. Melty, hold up. Dude, you were dancing alone in Africa when most of us found you. You can't blame us. And I don't. I don't at all, Joe. I'm just trying to like riff, make an example, right? It's like, what am I gonna choose to do? I like dancing. I really like it, right? And I hurt myself dancing all the time, and I'll continue dancing. Like part of the reason I want to become a cyborg is so that I can dance harder. You know, I want to be able to dance holes in the ground. It's like, what is that hole in the ground? Oh, that's where Melt dances. It's like, why is there a hole in the ground? He has cyber legs. Why? Because he kept hurting himself dancing. Oh, what? What now? Not desirable, but survivable, I think was her point. Show me too with my spiders. They have a short life and I love them so fiercely. And I know it's not going to last more than a year and a half. Love is true. I know that's heavy. I'm just really passionate about it. Pain sucks, but it's nothing compared to the love that exists. Absolutely. I'm not happy to embrace it, Melt. I am not like you in that regard. You don't have to be like me in that regard, bro. Like I didn't start this way. Right? I feel like I keep saying that. Conscious evolution. Hey Google, can you define conscious evolution? Let's see if we get a definition. There we go. Conscious evolution refers to the theoretical ability of human beings to be conscious participants in the evolution of their cultures or even the entirety of human society. Now I lost the previous definition. Human society based on relatively. Okay, let me read this other one. The concept of conscious evolution is sometimes associated with certain luminaries' personal evolutionary journeys. The central object to be achieved is global sustainable future by developing the idea that humans can guide evolution now that we are conscious of it. Let me see if I can get this definition. There we go. The theoretical evolution of their cultures or even the entirety of human society based on relatively recent combinations of factors, including increasing awareness of cultures and social patterns, reaction against perceived problems with existing patterns, injustices, inequities, and other factors, the realization that culture and social evolution can be guided through conscious decisions has been an increasing evidence since approximately the mid 19th century, when the rate of change globally began to increase dramatically. The Industrial Revolution, reactions against the effects of the Industrial Revolution, the emergence of new sciences such as psychology, anthropology, and sociology, the revolution in global communication, the interaction of diverse cultures through transportation and colonization, anti slavery, and the suffrage movement, and increased lifespan, all would contribute to the growing awareness of social and cultural patterns as being potentially subject to conscious evolution. It is a choice. It is a conscious choice that you make to get better. It doesn't just happen, Dan. It didn't just happen for me. I choose every day. And even though I choose every day, I still find myself in this state of mind sometimes where I'm like, I'll just kill myself because it's easier. It's so easy. Killing yourself is the easiest thing you can do in this life, right? Like that. And then all of your responsibility is gone. No more responsibility, no more suffering, no more love as this version of yourself, no more expectations, no more anything. Right? Very easy. Or you can show up for love. Those are the choices. Right? And sure, it might feel like it's nice to not have any of these expectations, not have any of these responsibilities anymore. But you're going to have to come back. You're going to have to come and have different responsibilities, bro. There is no escaping that side of ourselves. We keep doing this over and over and over and over again. Believe me, bro. Like, I've experienced too much to believe that death is even possible. Right? That's the joke. It's not even possible. You cannot do it, right? And that's not a challenge. It is an understanding that I have come to within myself, a deep understanding of, ceaseless work, right? That Stunts, I think it's called Stunts, documentary, on Netflix, where it goes, 3 things are certain about human life is that there's going to be uncertainty. You'll be uncertain in life, guaranteed. There is going to be pain, guaranteed. And there is going to be ceaseless, unrelenting work. These are truths about living this world. That's how it is. That's how it is, right? And I don't believe there is escaping it. I have experienced too much, right? I have considered suicide more than enough. I have gone as far as to do the research and to put enough of the toxic chemicals inside my body to kill it. But my body would not die. It wouldn't let me. Or at least maybe my mind wouldn't let me. Maybe my soul wouldn't let me. I don't know. But I survived. And surviving that experience showed me that even if I succeeded, I would have to repeat eternity to get back to that moment and choose to live. And that seems like a lot of wasted effort to do the thing that you're already doing. Right? That is the joke, Dan. That is enlightenment. You realize that this life you're living right now, not the ideal life, not the person you think you want to be, not the amount of money you think you want to have, not the amount of intimacy you think you deserve, none of that is what you're here for. You are here to live this life, this moment, the version of you that you are. That is what you're here for. Believe me or not, I have been educated by enough teachers to realize that this keeps coming back as a truth over thousands of years of human effort. You're not the first one, bruh. Like, take solace in knowing you're not the first one to feel these things. I've been trying to change it, but it just piled on more trauma and pain. And it is, man. It's been that way for as long as I can remember. It's been that way for me since I was 5. I've been contemplating suicide as a coping mechanism since I was 5, right? I remember, and I shared this in Sangha this past Sunday. We had this like little plot area that wasn't technically ours, and I would like to go and adventure there. And my mom didn't like it because it was out of her sight, and it was a massive swath of land, and it was in the city, and like, she didn't know any, like, it was dangerous. And for me, thinking about my having a 5-year-old child, I would also tell them no, but my mom told me no. So I took a knife and I climbed up to my tree house, and I was deciding that I'm going to jump off, pointing this knife at my chest, and then I'll kill myself, and then my mom will feel bad. Then she'll know, she fucked up by telling me no. And I was like, that's going to hurt. That's going to be painful. And I decided against it. So in that moment, pain saved me. Pain allowed me all of the love that I have ever experienced from that day forward. And it's a matter of perspective. You choose your perspective. You are the one creating your perspective. And you're right. They would continue their lives. They would feel sad for a bit and then they'd move on. And in 100 years, they too would all be dead and nobody would even remember you killed yourself. Exactly, brah. Exactly. And that's true. That's still true. And yet, now I get to make a difference by living. I can make a significant difference by living my life, more so than I could ever do by killing my life. Right? So that's what I'm choosing. Sure, I still think about it. Sure, life can still be painful. Sure, I still suffer wanting for things to be differently. But I know for a fact that I can make a lot bigger of an impact by living than by dying. So that's what I'm going to choose to do, because I am powerful enough to, right? I will not be stopped. I will continue. Joe, but I have no words, but I'm here. Like, heck yes, Joe. Heck yes. Thank you for being you and for sharing all you share. Love is true. I'm in tears over this. The brain is a powerful thing. You are a powerful thing. Beloved Jovan, we love you so much. I could feel it, Joe. Your love is pure, and I can feel your passion through your words. Honoring Zoburb. Good old Xander. I think he would have loved Zoburb as well. I don't know. Would they love one another? Maybe they'd be jealous. Both my customer and good friend deal with heavy trauma, scene, gore, and stuff. They often have to take yours, to learn. I like to tell them to take the lesson, but don't carry a burden. You can just choose to deny Karen's feelings all you want, Melt, but the reality is her daughter is a rotting heroin addict that has slipped through the cracks. And by her own admission, it has taken a piece of her ability to be happy, apparently. Deny it all you want. I'm not denying it, brah. I'm saying it's a belief system. There's a difference, right? I'm saying if that's what you believe, and I do believe that, if you believe that about yourself, you'll get to have it, right? That is how powerful you are. Whatever you believe about your reality becomes your reality. It's up to you to choose what you're believing in. That's the lesson I keep teaching day by day, Dan. You're the one denying it, bro. And you make it clear that you deny that. And I don't think it's your natural self. I think it's your brain's natural response to protect you from feeling that hurt again. But to do it, it's keeping you stuck in it to remind you that it hurts. My wife is going through this bad and has been for a decade. You have to retrain your brain to say thank you for keeping me alive, brain. Got the message now. Let's go and do something great. I love you, Dan. I'm not judging. We all love you, bro. I think my battery's gonna die soon. I'm on 5%. We all love you, dude. Like, all of this is an attempt of love, bro. I would not give you a second of my attention if I didn't love you, right? Really, Really internalize that, bro. I don't give the time of day to those I don't love. It's very hard for me to because I try to love everyone. But if somebody shows me empirically that they won't receive my love, I stop giving it, right? And that hurts me, I believe, more than it hurts them. But it is the way that it is sometimes. Not judging. I see myself in you at your age. 2 years later, I had a stroke from the stress and I almost lost my marriage. I just want to hug you, man. I'm still looking forward to Dan actually missioning through and coming and visiting you like that. Been lurking and cleaning the garage. One thing that I've learned in my time here is that nobody has a guarantee that they will even wake up tomorrow. Try to find a reason to smile at the day. Appreciate these moments, moment by moment. Immense love and support to you all, but I do have to drop. Know that you are loved and you are worthy. Thank you for these conversations and making space for each other. We love you, Kristen. I'm doing a speed run. Shan, can you start typing your Shan message? I'm like my screen dimmed already. Like I'm dying. I'm dying on the side. Battery dying at least. This living thing is often overlooked when we remember to be grateful. Have a beautiful day. Just being alive today. Of all days to be alive, here you are completely alive. It's a miracle. It sounds like you're doing a suicide ad spot. Yeah, I've convinced myself multiple times that it sounds like a good idea, bro. That's the joke, right? Like it's the hard choice to continue living. It's harder to stay than it is to leave. But I believe that it is going to be worth it because you will experience love as a result of it. Props to you tomorrow. We look forward to it, bro. We'll celebrate with you. Same Mel. I spent my own life in front of my third grade teacher when I was 7. Yeah, and here you are, standing still, bro. So clearly, that isn't our default state of being. It is something we're capable of perceiving, it's something we're capable of articulating, but it isn't who we are. It is just something that we've experienced, something that we can share, something we can understand. Maybe, and I do believe, in order to help, not in order to end ourselves. Love is true. Bro, I just want to hold 6-year-old Mel. I can't even imagine my little daughter thinking that she's going to want to kill herself in the next year. Life is scary, yo. Oh yeah, bro. Yes, it is. It continues to be. Let's see what card we pull. I think I have like 4% left, so maybe we can get it. Kitty is like, what the fuck you doing, bro? This one. This one right here is the one. Upright. Faces of Angkor. It's like monk-like. It's like meditations. Let's see. Faces of Angkor. Card number 18. Ancient wisdom. I was mentioning ancient wisdom, right? That ancient wisdom is love. Diamond geometries illuminate the enigmatic faces carved on the Bayon Temple Mountain at Angkor, a vast city of sacred architecture in Cambodia. At this temple site, some 37 of 49 to 44 to 54 original face towers still stand in silent affirmation of ancient wisdom. Young Buddhist monks enjoy the afternoon light and the glow of their massive meditative portraits. A deep sense of peace and wisdom permeates this ancient, sacred place. This card invites you to explore the realms of ancient wisdom. Long-held secrets, ancient wisdom traditions are becoming increasingly accessible for our exploration. The more we learn about people who walked the earth before us, the more fully we may understand our humanness. This card encourages you to investigate any tradition to which you are attracted. There are many to enjoy, yet What you are seeking is more than a superficial glance. This may be a time for deeper study, or perhaps it is in your future to make a personal pilgrimage to places where ancient wisdom dwells. Where might you adventure? Be it by book or boat, internet or jet plane. Become a seeker of ancient wisdom and witness how it will change your life. And I believe one way to seek ancient wisdom is to eat mushrooms. Not advice. The mushrooms you can eat, the type of mushrooms you can eat, right? Eat those mushrooms. Because they are ancient creatures, very old. Potentially, literally older than you are, right? You share more of your DNA. My stream dropped for a second. You, and like really, really internalize this. You share more of your DNA with funguses than you do with the trees. Right? Isn't that trippy? Ancient wisdom. What you're seeking is more than a superficial glance. Adventure forth with an open mind and an open heart. Be prepared to learn as much about yourself as you will about those who came before. And enjoy. Hot diggity damn. I'll dim your screen. I'm happy to be here alongside you all. We love you, Jovan. You are all forever a part of what I will be, literally. Right? It's impossible for us to be separated now. We have melted more. I have 2% battery. Have the most beautifulest day, everyone. I truly, truly love you all so, so superer duperer, mega giga massively, gigantically, immensely, tremendously, whoppingly, vastly, colossally, dearly, beloved, delightfully, delectable, melt more, and all of you oh so, so very wonderfully, incredibly, intoxicatingly, fiercingly, fabulously, fascinating, fantastically, dashingly, dapperly, gorgeously, refulgently, refulgently? I don't know that word. The more I know. Refulgently, radiant, adored, divine friends that release all the blame. Love is true. Let's see if I can play some kalimba until stream dies. No need for me to try and wait a second. It gives me problems if I don't end stream. Okay, yeah. I'll end the stream normally. I love you so much. Thank you, Shan, for blessing all of us with your Shan message. It was nice having you friends here. Rearticulate today's stream topic: releasing the blame, taking responsibility instead. I'm happy to take responsibility for this world. Melt, how many rands is a small bottle of water or soda to drink? Like 15 rand, maybe 10 rand. It's like, yeah, like it's like $1, a single dollar, maybe even less.